Are we live? I know it looks like Interstellar here. Let me do a couple things here. I just want to make sure that the stream is working. Okay, I'm gonna do a couple things here. It looks like we might be live. I'm gonna do a little inception myself and listen. I can hear myself. Test. I think we're all right. Let me change a few things here really quick. Okay, I don't need to listen to myself anymore. I think we're live, and I think this is working. Live stream. Test. Hold on. 12. That's too many tests. 0.1. 12. Flight sim. I'll do flight simulator for good measure. People and blogs. No, this is gaming. Is it just under X-Plane? X-Plane 12. There we go. Cool. Save. Okay. I know I'm showing off YouTube Studio right now. I don't really give a shit. Guys, I think we're set up here. I think this is good. So let's boot up X-Plane. Let's boot up X-Plane. I don't know why I picked that airport. We are actually going to be starting out JFK. JFK. Let me make sure. I want the gate that I want. I just want to set things up real quick, and then I'll do a good introduction. 777 Delta, no engine starting. Track real world time. It is 2:39. We're going to Atlanta. That's a couple hours. That's sunset, so we might have a nice approach into Atlanta. So let's fly real world. All right, let's boot up. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. This is just a test stream, getting this channel going. We are making sure that audio works, connection works, OBS works, YouTube Studio is happy. So welcome. And this is kind of a second channel for me. I do have a scam baiting YouTube channel. That's kind of on the back burner right now. But yeah, so this is kind of like my second channel. I do have some experience with YouTube, okay? Those that are like, "Oh, no videos, one live stream." Well, I know I know a little bit. I know some stuff. So, this is World History Airlines, and what we do here is we um, are going to fly airplanes around the world to different destinations and talk about the landmarks that we fly over, the destination, the departure city. We'll talk about weather. We'll talk about world history. It doesn't have to be necessarily uh, modern things. We'll talk a lot about world history down to 1500. So 1500 beyond is kind of my knowledge base of world history. So there we go. There we go. So welcome everyone. That's kind of what we do here. That's what we're gonna do here, and we're gonna have a really good time. We're gonna have a good time doing this. So this is just a welcome page for the Boeing 777. I like to start the aircraft cold and dark. So we're gonna jump into the flight deck here. And we're going to, I need to do a couple things real quick. Showing off all my settings there. Network, connected, data output. I don't want you on anymore. So welcome to the 777 in JFK. Let's, I just want to make sure. Oh, no, right window. Okay, welcome to the 777. We're in JFK, New York, New York. And look at the weather. It's 2:45 in the afternoon, and it's cold. Cold in New York City today, but lovely day. I looked at the weather just a little bit earlier, and it seemed like the clouds were about 25,000 feet, and clear skies below and above. So should be a good flight down to Atlanta, Hartsfield, Jackson this afternoon. We should get there, around sunset, maybe just before dark, maybe twilight. But yeah, we're just gonna hang out here for just a second. I wanna what's going on? Is higher than recommended. Well, why is that a suggestion? The stream's current bit rate is higher than the recommended bit rate. We recommend that you use a stream bit rate of 2500 k. Okay, you're telling me it's too good? I just want to make sure that we're still going here, because I'm a little skeptical about test. Oh, come on, man. OBS. Okay, I've learned a couple things here really quick. No, go away. is why this is a test stream. I want display capture, properties. I want you, but I don't. Oh, my bad. Okay, that should be full screen. Again, this is why it's a test stream. Dude, I can't believe OBS was like, your bit rate is way too high. It's a good problem, man. I need to start recording. Desktop audio, I'm gonna turn down just a couple decibels because I feel like X-Plane might be a little too loud. Let me listen. I think we might be good here. Okay, back to studio. Okay, back to X-Plane. X-Plane, an oil tanker train going by through the terminal in JFK. Sounds safe. Sounds safe. Alright, let's hang out here for just a second. I actually kind of want to do some sim brief stuff. Sim brief, and I should be logged in, I hope. Nice. That just doxed me. Cool. Didn't think about that. Okay, we are gonna do a new flight plan here. Momentarily, hold on. Banana. There you go. Let's see. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Delta Airlines 1500 Heavy. We are a Boeing 777-200ER. And we're doing a domestic flight, a short haul flight. This is a test stream, so we're just from JFK, just skirting down to Atlanta. And the last time I checked the weather, let's check the weather together really quick. Let's get Navigraph. Let's get Navigraph situated here. I like a little bit of a I like a little bit of a tighter window. Ooh, luckily for us, let's show where we are. So we are here in New York City, and it looks like we have New York Approach, Ground, and ATIS. Very cool. Very cool. So we'll have a little bit of ATC if I get my act together here. Let's look at the weather in JFK really quick. Oh, okay, so look at this. Winds coming out of the north at 330, winds 18 knots, gusting 24. And it's cold as shit. It's 19 degrees, -7. So, very cold, luckily no snow. So we do not have to de-ice the aircraft. We should be good to go. And looking at the aircraft here, this tremendous model, the Boeing 777-200ER. We're not going to do a full flight. I've kind of made the cabin of the 777 a little luxurious. Pretty much the windows here are good. Well, we'll check out the cabin later. So let's hop on to VATSIM, the online network. So we're connected globally. Our call sign this evening is Delta 1500 1500, and we are 777-200 series. So let's connect to VATSIM unless someone has my call sign. Nope. Nice. And there's no one at the gate. That's a really unfortunate problem sometimes, is when you spawn into an airport on the network, you're at the same gate with someone, you gotta disconnect and then move to a different gate. It's only courteous. Whoa! As we can see here, we already have two other aircraft, both A330-200s, 300s. That one's a 300, this one's a 200. Pushing back and coming into a gate parallel to each other. It's not dangerous at all. Man, shit. Let's get a perspective here of JFK in a second as we watch this guy come in. You gotta hook it. Hook it. Nice. Seems a little risky. Is there anyone? There's no center. We just have approach, so it is coordinated. That was skillful. Okay, let's just take a look at JFK here. Look at the clouds that we have here. 25,000 feet. Very cold, very windy in New York City. You can see here on the horizon, let's zoom in just a little bit, New York City itself, very far away. We have an aircraft way over at Newark, it looks like. We might fly over Manhattan. I don't know which way we're going. Yeah, we're going to be doing the 3-3s. So if we look at our chart here really quick. So if we look at our chart here, we're over here at Terminal 4, I believe. It's an international terminal. I know we're going to Atlanta, that's domestic, but there are only so many spots you can put an aircraft this size at JFK. Pretty tight. It's meant for heavies, but it's pretty tight. Let me get a drink of water really quick. So it being Sunday, I'm hoping that more people hop online, more ATC hops on, and we get controlled down from New York to Atlanta. So the wind, we haven't listened to ATIS, the automated weather system, but if I were to guess, and I'm betting that we are going to be taking runway 31 left. So, and I'm betting again, so okay, thank you. I'm betting that we are going to go down here, either Alpha or Bravo. I'll make a mark here. To Juliet, all the way down to Zulu, and then 31 left, and that will get us directly over Manhattan. And we might do just a little bit of manual navigation, or we might go down here to Alpha Hotel Zulu, but that's not as common. Excuse me for excuse me. So those are just my guesses, but let's get back. Let's get in the flight deck. Let's get this thing lit up. I'm talking too much. So let us start this baby up. The Boeing 777. Let's get our battery on. Our electrical. we are not going to connect to ground power. We're going to just start the APU to get air circulation because I'm sure the aircraft is frigid cold. If it's 19 degrees outside, the aircraft must be 19 degrees. So we got to heat it up. While that's going, let me just take a look here at SimBrief. We are, what are we? Delta. 1500 heavy. 1500 heavy. I want to say 1500, but we can't say that. 1500. I'm usually Delta 6'9", whatever airline I'm flying. I'm usually 6'9" or 420. If you ever want to find me. We're going to be departing JFK, skirting down to Atlanta, Hartsfield, Jackson, my home international airport. I know it well. It's the world's busiest airport. Has been for the last 20 years. As of a few years ago. So it might have changed, but I would bet it's still the world's busiest airport. I live in southern Appalachia in this region, but Atlanta is my closest international airport. Well, not my closest, actually. Not my closest, but my favorite. So I've claimed Atlanta as my home. It's a really shitty terminal. No, it's actually not too bad. The terminals are really well thought out. It's just the interior's very dated, I'll say. You time travel a little bit when you go through Hartsfield, Jackson. It's almost 1980s. 2 hours, 20-minute flight. We're going to be departing 4 left. Yeah, that makes sense. So, hold on. Clear. No, sorry. Okay, we're going to go down to 4 left. So we'll get out of here somehow. We'll go to Alpha Bravo Kilo, cross runway 31 left, Kilo down to Kilo 1 out of 4 left. Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me. The aircraft's just coming alive right now. The electrical power's on, but the avionics just booted up, and that was a stall warning test. Gets the heart rate pumping a little bit. Jesus. Looking up top here, let's get through some things, get the cockpit ready. I'm not going to explain every little thing that I'm doing other than just generalities. I know that some people, some other flight simmers like to speed through this process and say every little button they're pushing. I'm pretty much just getting the cockpit ready. These are air systems, these are fuel systems. Anti-ice needs to be auto. We won't need any engine or wing anti-ice today. Some lights, no electronics, seatbelt signs, hydraulics. This is ground power, but we're on our APU generator. And the ADIRU is our navigation system, and that'll take about 7 minutes to align. Let me seat myself here.
American 116, contact your departure. Over to departure, American 116 heavy.
My radios are on.
Hey.
I don't want to listen to any of you right now. Hey, at least I got the ground. I got the frequency right. I think 119.1 is the CTEF for JFK going eastbound. I just want to make sure this is working. Okay. Excuse me. I'm having some more coffee. Gotta stay caffeinated. dehydrated. So let's go ahead and we're good up top. Let's move over here and let's introduce ourselves to the cabin crew.
This is the captain. How do you hear?
Ooh, I
Good
need to turn
day,
up
sir.
my volume by a lot. Up to 55. Okay. Hello.
This is the captain. How do you hear?
Oh, we just did
Yes?
that. Yes. Okay. Hang up on her. Okay. Let's get ground equipment going, and let's get this caffeine moving. Airplane, ground service. We're at the gate. We have electrical power that we do not need. Let's call in catering
I think
service.
you need to establish contact first.
You know what? I need you to not tell me what to do, okay? I know what I'm doing. Ground crew, we gotta say hello to them. And this is a bug. It calls 4 times in a row.
Good day.
I
How
don't
do
know
you
why.
hear?
Good day.
Okay, great. So we said hello to them. We have to be polite. Let's actually want to look at doors. Close that
Relieve
one.
that door closed.
By all means.
That one. Cargo doors are open. Ground service. Excuse me. Catering.
Ground. We need some equipment connected.
Which one?
Catering truck.
Okay.
Lavatory maintenance. And water. Back. Cabin controls. Climate control. Override. We want about 22 degrees Celsius. Let's make it warmer in the cabin in the middle. Override. We'll crank it up in the back too. It's 15 degrees Celsius in the middle of the cabin. See what I mean? I mean the air temperature. You got to pay attention to the cabin temperature. I mean, come on. Cabin light controls. We got to turn up the lights. Main cabin lights got to come on. Ambient light cabin. Sure, the LEDs above the stowage bins. Okay, back. Ground service. Nope. Back. Weight and balance. Okay, so quickly. Not you, but you. We got to finish our flight planning. So, we're expecting 4 left. 26 right. How many people are we going to take? Let's just surprise ourselves. Auto, freight, auto, generate. God, I did it in kilograms and not pounds. Shit. Draft number 2. If you don't have like 3 or 4 drafts before you do a flight, you're doing sim brief correct. All right, let's look at this. Delta 1500 JFK Atlanta. That's Savannah. No, that's not Savannah. It's in Alabama. Is our alternate? Okay, that's weird. Right aircraft, our departure time, we have, ooh, shit, we got like 15 minutes to get out of here. I gotta speed this stuff up. Airtime, let's look at passengers. 248 people, 248 passengers. Estimated takeoff weight, 412,100 pounds. That's nowhere near the max. Estimated landing weight 389, which is again nowhere near our maximum of 470,000 pounds. It's almost 500,000 pounds. Wow. The 777. So, this is our flight plan, direct to Robbinsville, down to Bird. We get on the J48. We take a left to Modelo, direct to Flask, and then we'll be on the Aussie to arrival into Atlanta, which is westbound, 26 right, which is a shorter runway, so we'll certainly use auto brakes. Let's go ahead and fill that out onto the network. That's all correct. File flight plan. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, let's do... Oh... Doxing myself again. There we go. I'm not going to log into charts. I don't use charts on here. Initialize flights. Airplane, weight and balance, fill from sim brief. So this is auto calculating how much weight we're taking. That includes passengers, baggage, catering services, crew members, water. So yeah. Total fuel, we need just about 41,000 pounds to safely get down to Atlanta. That's like at least twice as much fuel as we need. So we've excuse me. So we filled that loading page. Okay. Call the
Go ahead
cursor.
and board the passengers.
Passengers are getting on board.
Nice. Catering.
We are ready for the catering to be brought on board.
Undoubtedly.
You may load the cargo holds.
As quickly as I can.
Ooh. Should we chance it and not? Nah, never mind.
You are good to start the fueling.
They're gonna put in like
Refueling is initiated.
1,000 pounds. They didn't put in any. Fun fact. Let's hop out the aircraft really quick. Nope, never mind. Sorry, I thought we were in Atlanta. I was gonna have a little fun fact about Atlanta, but I don't now. A lot of A330s today. Man, let's just appreciate that we're going to be chasing the sunset, but it's going to be spectacular coming into Atlanta. For a Sunday afternoon, it's really quiet. I would have thought there'd be a lot more traffic, but... Oh yeah, I forget things fall from the sky. Let's take a look, like kind of a little walk around here as we watch them load. Luggage and pallets. I didn't think we were... Oh, God. What do you want? Flight control mic, ground...
Refueling is complete.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
And they automatically detach, which is awesome. So I don't have to be like, you can send them away. They just go away. Let's... Cabin crew, purser...
Would you like something?
No. Hang up on her. I just like wasting her time. She's a bitch anyway. Let's program our stuff so we can get the hell out of here. So we're going to set our internal position. This right here is kind of like the flight computer. This takes our route. It is our navigational aid, and it also aids in performance, progress across the flight, or vertical navigation. It calculates how fast the aircraft should descend, ascend, cruise. So this is kind of like the computer. Position ident, reference airport K, J, F, K. I don't really like JFK. Our last GPS position here. Let's do our route K, J, F, K. Going down to Atlanta, home field. Approach is online down there right now. We are flying as Delta 1500. I'm going to screw that up so many times. Our departure. Hold on. I gotta pull this up externally. I can't flip. I need like the actual reference, you know. So I also use my iPad during these live streams. I'm just not. It's not on screen. Just want to make sure it's the right flight plan. We're out of. Oh yeah, there's no departures here. JFK. What did I say? Left. Route. Activate. Execute. Vectors. Direct Robbinsville. RBV. The one in the northern hemisphere. Apparently there's another Robbinsville in the southern hemisphere. As you can see there. We want that one. We don't have enough fuel to get to the southern hemisphere. Robbinsville. We're going to hop on highway Q430 to Bird. She was a bird. Come on, one more D. Double D. We like those. J48 is our next airway to Mike, Oscar, Lima. I think it's Modesto. I don't actually know what that's named after. Direct to Flask, which is actually a word. Execute. Our arrival into Atlanta, we're on the Aussie, and yes, it is actually named after Ozzy Osbourne. We have Sith, the Sith 3. So these are all arrivals, and as you notice that we have waypoints that are also 5 letters. VORs are 3 letters, so RBV is Robbinsville. These are specific waypoints, usually connected to a highway, an airway, a high altitude IFR airway to be specific. Copes, Bird, Hagen, Pensy, and then EMI, CSN, MOL, Flask. So you get it. What do you want? I'm busy.
Sir,
I didn't call you. She's just, see what I mean? She's just bothering me for no reason. Calling me and hanging up. So let's go ahead and get our arrival into Atlanta. So this is Chipper. That doesn't make sense. Glavin 2 doesn't make sense. This is Gandalf. Yes, from Lord of the Rings. Gandalf. Hobbit 3. Hobbit. That literally. Jedi. Star Wars. Andre doesn't make sense. Ozzy is for Ozzy Osbourne. Sith is for Star Wars. Yeah, okay. Moving on. Moving on. What arrival are we on though? Aussie. Transition Flask. Execute. Route. Sorry, legs. I want you there. Execute. What am I doing? So let's check in on the boarding process. Oh my god. We got a ways to go. We only have 155 people out of 223. Oh! That just gives us time to check out this beauty. Look at this beaut. There's another A330. Man, it's like heavies in the afternoon here at JFK. I do have a few views already pre-programmed, so let's take a look at that GE engine. Look at that. That's a modeled person. Look how big this engine is. So this is the GE 90, and it's the biggest commercial engine, maybe jet engine in the world, actually. This is the circumference of a Boeing 737. So this engine is as big as a Boeing 737, which, remind you, is a narrow body, but it's 3 seats, an aisle, 3 seats. And it fits, 100 and so passengers, right? Massive engines here on the 777. Look at that wing. Absolutely beautiful. We have some de-icing equipment over there. Luckily, we don't have to do that. That takes ages. What are these guys doing down here? I feel like you guys are standing like very close together. Oh, are they holding hands? What is going on? Did he just grab? This is I think we're watching something maybe we shouldn't be seeing. Look at that wing. Okay, let's get in the flight deck here. Okay, we got AP going. We cannot call the pushback truck yet. We need to get on frequencies here. Oh, tower's online. Ground is online. Nice. So we want 128725 to check the weather. 128. Shit. 725. So I'm just changing this radio frequency here. 725. So what we're going to hear now is an automated computer voice, and it might be a little loud, just so you know.
Information Delta 19510. West 330 at 2, gust 30. Stability 1, few clouds at 6,000. Few clouds at 2,000. Ceiling 25,000 broken. Temperature -6. Dew point -17. Altimeter 2977. Approach and use ILS runway 31 right. ILS runway 31 left. Departing runway 31 left. This is 2 airmen. Brief and call runway assignments and total shortened through. Initial contact. You have information Delta.
Delta, is that what he said?
Kennedy Airport ATIS information Delta 195. 510. 330 at 21 gust 30. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 6,000. Few clouds at 2,000. Ceiling 25,000 broken. Temperature -6. Dew point -17.
Okay, thank you. Let's contact ground for PDC, which is a private direct communication, I think. So we're going to contact, there's different levels of ATC. So if you kind of think like we talk to people that just control the ground, then when we're close to a runway ready to take off, we talk to a different person that's only doing takeoff and landings. And then after that, we'll talk to New York approach on 125.70 for another set altitude. After our departure, and below, I think it's 16,000 feet, maybe 23,000 feet, and then they hand us off to New York Center, which is not online right now. So we want ground 121909. What did I just say? 900. I'm already messing up. Sorry. Oh, before we do that, I should already have done this. Sorry. Okay, we're fully boarded, so I need some water. If not, I've not talked this much in a while. Doors.
Please close all doors.
Okay, thank you. But I have found that when you do that, it does not close this access panel. You gotta talk to the ground crew.
Captain, the luggage loading is complete.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. We need that hatch closed.
Roger.
And that is also a pressurized area, so if you leave that open and you ascend beyond 10,000 feet, that's a recipe for the worst air disaster of all time. So you don't want to do that. Ground service. We have an APU. We don't need these GPUs at all.
How can I help you?
Please disconnect the left ground power.
All right. I am here.
Please disconnect the water truck.
Certainly. How can I help you?
Please disconnect the shocks.
All right.
Okay, we're clean. Okay. So we're clean. What am I doing? Let's put in, let's calculate our takeoff real quick. Shit. I should have done that. I should have done that. Weight and balance. That's what I want. 373.3. 373.3. 373.3. Zero fuel weight. Ground weight 414. Ground weight 414. So that's great. Reserves, I think it was like 5,000 pounds. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Fuck it. Cruise altitudes. Only up to 38,000 feet. It's kind of, yeah, yeah, it's shorter flight. And there's probably a headwind from hell. There's always a headwind from hell going any sort of westbound. Hold on. What are our speeds? Hold on. 50. We're detenting to 20%. Climb 2. Okay, that's not fun. Wait. Shit. Flex temperature 57 Celsius. And the detent to 20% is we're climbing at 82.1. Okay. I guess if we have to. What's our center of gravity? 35.9. So I'm gonna put in 36. There we go. Trim of 2.75. Let's get our V speeds in. So these V speeds are representative of V1 is the decision speed that we make on takeoff. So if you think of when you get on a highway, let's just say your car automatically puts the cruise control onto the highway speed as you're getting on to the freeway from the ramp. To safely stop completely, we have to be below 120 knots, which is pretty slow for this aircraft. Otherwise, if we're below, above 120 knots, we have to take off. Otherwise, we would run out of runway, overshoot the runway, ruin the landing gear on the airplane, and probably get chewed out. Rotate speed is 129 knots, so that's when we can yank on the flight controls as hard as possible and then hit the airplane go button. And then V2 is a target speed of 141. So there we go. Let's contact. Is ground still online? Ground is still online. One, two, one. I don't know what you were.
Delta 661. Ground number 4582, off of through around Delta. Number 4582, welcome to New York. Taxi left on Alpha Terminal 4. Have a great night. Left on Alpha Terminal 4, number 4582. American 501 Heavy, you can contact Kennedy Tower now. You have a safe flight. Switch to the tower. American 501 Heavy, see ya.
Okay, it's my turn. What am I looking for? IFR clearance. Good afternoon, ground. Delta 1500 Heavy, with information Delta looking for IFR clearance is filed down to Atlanta. Hello?
Airport 6603, you can monitor Kennedy Tower now. You have a safe flight. Monitoring Kennedy Tower, JetBlue 6603, thanks.
Hello? Bueller? Bueller? Did I step on someone? Kennedy ground, Delta 1500 Heavy, how do you read? The fuck? Kennedy ground, Delta 1500 Heavy, mic check. Hello? Let's disconnect and then reconnect. Turn it off, turn it on. Sorry. Kennedy ground, Delta 1500 Heavy, mic check. Okay, what the shit? Am I crazy? 121 90. We got ATIS.
Canada ground, the Lufthansa cargo 8160. Thank you so much for today and thanks for IC. Have a great day, bye-bye. Thank you for New York Day. Come back soon.
Sir, we are done with the catering process.
Much appreciated.
Okay, mic. Volume's all the way up. Left. Act. Kennedy ground. Mic check, please. Hello? Shit. Anyone on Unicom for a mic check? That's not gonna help me because no one's on Unicom. Kennedy ground, mic check, please. Well, this is a problem. This is a big problem. Test, test. George is getting upset. I don't know what to do, Sarah. No, it's not. What is it? X-Pilot, that's it. V-Pilot, X-Pilot, whatever. Okay, we're transmitting and receiving. Okay, let's try this.
Station calling for Kennedy ground. Could you repeat that again? It came in a bit soft there.
Delta 103 Heavy, 31 right at Bravo.
American 103 Heavy, welcome to New York. You've taxi by Bravo to Terminal 8. You have a great night.
Bravo 88, American 103, connect.
Delta 261 Heavy, you can contact Kennedy Tower now. You have a safe flight. Contact Tower, Delta 261 Heavy. Have a good night.
Kennedy ground, mic check, please.
Station going ground. I got you 555.
Nice. Turn it off. Turn it on. It fixes everything. My cat just agreed. She just meowed at me. She said, "Hell yeah." Okay. Kennedy ground, Delta 1500 heavy with information Delta. Looking for IFR clearance down to Atlanta is filed.
Delta 1500 Heavy, Kennedy ground. Good afternoon. Thank you for Delta. You're clear to Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. Score 5 departure. Ranger transition. Radar vector is Robbinsville and as filed. Climb via the SID. Departure frequency is 125.7. Squawk 2221.
Alright, Delta 1500 heavy down to Atlanta, cleared via the Score 5 Ranger transition, then direct Robbinsville. We'll climb via the SID. Departure frequency is 125.700 and we'll squawk 2221.
1500. I didn't get the full wayback on the departure frequency. Could you just confirm the departure frequency is 125.7? The rest of the wayback is correct.
A firm 125.7 Delta 1500 heavy.
And 1500 Heavy, the wayback is correct. Push start the pilot's discussion. Call for taxi.
Alright, we'll call for taxi Delta 1500 heavy. Nice. Nice, nice. I like pushing back when I'm goddamn well and ready. No one tells me to push back. Only I say when we push back. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, how the hell do we do that? Pushback. Start pushback.
You may start pushback.
Sir, set the brakes.
Brakes are set.
Heart rate set.
Schmidt, San Francisco.
Okay, so I'm really bad at this. So do not judge. Oh, this is hard.
Alright, make sure. American 179, Kennedy Ground, good afternoon. Thanks for Delta. This is to the San Francisco Airport. Score 5 departure, Yankee transition. Radar vector escape as filed. Climb by the SID, departure frequency is 125.7. Squawk 3342. San Francisco score 5 Yankee radar vector scale, climb via SID 125.
Look how lined up I am.
American 179. Ooh, we have professionals here. American 179, feedback is correct. Let's start that pilot's discretion. Okay. Next stage, pilot's discretion. Contact American 179.
Sarah, I don't know what to do. You can actually plow into the nose gear and collapse the plane. So that's, and ruin everything that I just did. Literally. So don't fuck it up.
Clear to release brakes.
Okay, I'm really bad at this. It's like reversing a trailer. Okay, there's no one behind us, so we're good. It's reversing a trailer. Oh, I gotta...
Park brake released.
There we go.
Getting it cranking, sir.
Oh,
Kennedy, good afternoon. Jetbreak 2902, standby. Information Delta, customs to Buffalo.
this thing is pushing 500,000 pounds
There
almost.
too, Kennedy Ground, good afternoon. Thanks for Delta. You're clear to the Buffalo Airport. Score 5 departure. Yankee transition. Radar vector is neon and is filed. Climb via the SID. Departure frequency is 125.7. Squawk 3055.
Tree zero.
Good stuff, let's go. Squawk departure. Yankee transition. Then neon. Frequency 125.7. Climb via SID. Squawk 3055. Jetbreak 2902. Jetbreak 2902, your feedback is correct. Pushing spotted that pilot.
Dude, don't hit me.
Taxi.
You dumb shit.
Jetbreak 2902.
They hit us. Can you believe that? For all I know, I'm about to back into the fucking terminal. We're gonna do a push-pull, by the way. Because we do not have room in the back. Man, this aircraft is so heavy.
Set park brake.
Kennedy Ground,
Brakes are
American
set.
15, negative PDC, clearance to San Francisco. American 15, Kennedy Ground, good afternoon. Just confirm you said you're looking for the PDC to San Francisco? We don't have one, so now we're looking for the clearance.
Thanks. See you at the hand signals.
Roger. Roger. American 15, you're clear to the San Francisco Airport. Score 5
Thank you.
departure.
Hang on to your hat.
Radar vector is gale, then it's filed. Climb by the SID. Departure frequency.
What does that mean? Hang on to your hat? You hang on to your hat. You're not even wearing a hat.
Alright, American 15, clear to San Francisco. Score 4 departure. Yankee transition, then it's filed. Climb via the SID. Departure 125.
Pushback is done.
1704. American 15.
Thank you. Where is the pin?
Remove the equipment. All clear. Come back soon. Cheers.
We won't. I'm not a fan of JFK. Okay, let's start this bad boy up. Ignition, start, fuel pumps on. Oh, you can hear the air change. All the air in the cabin's now being directed to the engines. Add some fuel, so let's watch these engines spool up. The GE90s. Oh yeah, she's turning. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. Let's listen to these babies. She starts off real quiet. There she goes.
Okay, Drago, Delta 961 and gate chart forward, Delta Airlines Delta 4, Delta 9961 Heavy, Kennedy Ground, good afternoon. Thanks for Delta. Just clear to the Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta International Airport. Score 5 departure, Ranger transition. Radar vectors Robin Southern is filed. Climb via the SID. Departure frequency is 125.7, squawk 7671. Clear to the Atlanta Airport, weather score 5 departure, Ranger transition. Climb via the SID. Departure frequency 1257, squawk 7671, Delta 9961. Delta 9961 Heavy, readback is correct. Push and start that pilot's discretion. Call for taxi. Further, we'll call for taxi to the 9961. Kennedy Ground, Singapore 24 Heavy on Alpha. Singapore 24 Heavy, welcome to New York. Taxi left on. We're already on now. Taking taxi 5. The Terminal 4, yes, green light. Terminal 4 Alpha, Singapore 24 everything.
It's windy here in JFK. Well, I'll show you the weather here in a second. Back in the flight deck, get our hydraulics on for the engine systems. We'll pretend those were already on. Backup generators, APU can come off. VOR, 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 VOR. He verbally gave, what did I write down for transition? He said climb via the SID, so to me that says all the way up to, what did I say, 380? Is there a cruise altitude? 38,000 feet. Let's go ahead and introduce LNAV and VNAV. Let's go ahead and do RTO. Spoilers are disarmed. Trim is 2.75. That's good enough. Let's hop into the back of the aircraft and listen to those flaps. Very quick, very short. So let's I think we're ready, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're ready. Let's
Captain here.
Captain, boarding is done.
oh, thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Purser.
At your service.
Actually, he can't get out. I need water. Shit. Alright. Let's go. Look at my chart real quick. Kennedy Ground, Delta 1500 Heavy, looking for taxi.
Delta 1500 Heavy, squawk 2221 for me, please.
2221, Delta 1500 Heavy. Very embarrassing noob move. Oops. And Kennedy Ground Delta 1500 Heavy has that squawk code.
Delta 1500 Heavy, I got you now. Thanks for supporting. Runway 31 left, taxi right on Alpha, Juliet, Zulu, cross runway 4 left.
All right, 3-1 left via Romeo. Can you repeat that? Sorry.
No worries, so it'll be right on Alpha, then Juliet, then Zulu. You'll cross runway 4 left.
Alpha, Juliet, Zulu, cross 4 left, Delta 1500 Heavy.
JetBlue 2902, request taxi. JetBlue 2902, runway 31 left, taxi right on Alpha, Golf, Zulu, cross runway 4 left. Runway 2 left, Alpha Golf, Zulu, crossing runway 3, package. Runway 4 left, JetBlue 2902.
Oh, did Singapore leave? Oh, no, he's pulling in. Alright, let's boogie. Before we'll scooch up here, let me look at where we're going. We're going to 3-1 left. He said, what did he say? What did he say? What did he say? Alpha, Juliet, Zulu. Alpha, 10. Alpha, Juliet, cross 4 left, Zulu. Okay. So on this straightaway, I'll draw out what we're doing here. Clear left.
Okay, Congress, what's the general like was the taxi can pay
What?
15.6 here, again for me, you came in very choppy there. If you could just write phone for me, that'd be great. Thank you, response taxi to Terminal 184. Aircraft 8 Kilo Heavy, welcome to New York. Taxi by Bravo to Terminal 1. You have a great night. Okay, keep me on Bravo to Terminal 1.
Alright, I'm actually, while we're taxiing, going to listen to myself again to make sure that everything sounds good. Sorry, just listening to myself. Shit, this is Bravo. Shit. Is Alpha the first turn? Yes. Don't want to get yelled at. Big wide turn. Because this baby is massive. 2 aisles. And that engine.
Hello, ground FedEx 35 Charlie, looking to pick up Wi-Fi turns to the Detroit.
Oh, I'm so thirsty.
FedEx 35 Charlie, Heavy, Kennedy Ground, good afternoon. Have you found a flight plan, sir? I'm not seeing one on my end here. That's probably a good shot, I'll follow now.
This is a narrow, pretty narrow turn.
Should receive an outline from FedEx 35 Charlie. And FedEx 35 Charlie, I got your flight plan now. Thank you very much for that, sir. I got your clearance as well. If I trust the copy.
Clear left, clear right.
FedEx 35 Charlie. FedEx 35 Charlie, you're clear to the Detroit Metro Airport. Score 5 departure. Yankee transition. Radar vector is Gale, then it's filed. Climb by the SID. Departure frequency is 125.7. Score 2705. Okay, repeat that departure to FedEx 35 Charlie. FedEx 35 Charlie, it'll be the Score 5 departure with the Yankee transition. Clear to Detroit on the score 5, departure with the Yankee transition climbing via the SID, score key 2705 and departure will be on 125.7 FedEx 35 Charlie. FedEx 35 Charlie, lead back is correct. Pushing start at pilot's discretion, ATIS information Delta is current, call for taxi.
I know some flight simmers and viewers are going to be like, you sit so far forward. Dude, people sit so far back. Like, no V speeds. What the hell, man? There we go. Okay. Signs. Ooh. Lights. I think we're good.
Delta 1500 Heavy, you can contact Kennedy Tower now. You have a safe flight.
Over to Tower. Thanks for the ATC. We'll see you next time. Delta 1500 Heavy. Alright, around this bend, we'll talk to Tower. Whoa, we don't want to plow through this or skid the front wheel. And this guy looks like 3-1 left, so we're definitely holding short regardless. Oh, look at that windsock. We're going to have to go inspect that. Good afternoon, Tower. Delta 1500 Heavy with you, holding short, runway 31 left.
Delta 1500 Heavy, can you tell
Are they going around? That's a small plane. A lot of wind. They look like they're going around. Huh? Maybe not. New York approach 1257. 1257. All right. Look at those clouds. It's gonna be fun getting above them. What do we got here? Cirrus SR-22. One of the smaller aircrafts compared.
Delta 1500 Heavy is like 31 left on the way.
Line up and wait, 3-1 left, Delta 1500 Heavy. Alright, we got clearance, strobe lights, runway turn-offs. We won't turn on landing lights till we get clearance. Let's add a little thrust here. Alright, again, clear left.
3-1 left.
And we're approaching 3-1 left.
Seven Mike, Charlie, please. Or Mike, say again? 7 Mike, Cape, Mike, Bravo.
On runway 3-1 left.
Hey, that was not a bad lineup for me.
We'll get to Mike Bravo. 7 Mike, okay, just hold there, contact ground 1 7. I'll put it around 7 Mike. Delta 1500, wind 3-2-1 plus 3 runway. Clear for takeoff.
That was garbled. Clear for takeoff, runway 31 left, Delta 1500 Heavy. Lights. Timer. Ladies and gentlemen, we're out of New York City for Atlanta, Hartsfield, Jackson. Let's go. Yep, already can feel the wind.
Delta 1886, left Alpha, ground point 9. Left Alpha, ground point 9,
Pitch
Delta
down a little bit. One, rotate. Up we go. Gear up. LNAV green.
Approaching 3-1 left.
Thank you, baby. to look up a little bit, see that skyline.
Captain, good morning. Jetway 2902, 1231 left, ready for departure. Jetway 2902, today's time. Delta 1500 heavy contact, New York, buddy.
Over to departure, Delta 1500 Heavy, thanks. Pitch for speed. New York departure, Delta 1500 Heavy, climbing 2600 on the score 5 departure.
Delta 15 heavy, you can climb maintain 2000.
Up to 12,000, Delta 1500 Heavy. Alright, we're about to hit score.
And American 5236,
Let's pitch for speed.
Stand by for clearance. You're number 1 for clearance. Okay.
Once we hit score, I'll throw on the autopilot and we can get some views. Actually, we'll just do it right now. VNav, LNav, flaps 1. Actually, flaps clean. Ladies and gentlemen, we get a view of New York City. Wow. And you can see World Trade Center 1.
Clear to the DCA airport will be the Westchester 8 departure. Rate of entry is biggie than this file. Maintain 5,000. Expect maintain 3,000. Expect level 3, 4. What's an amended cruise altitude? Flight level 220. 10 minutes after departure. Depart this frequency. Squawk 7113.
This
Clear to Reagan National, Westchester 8 departure, radar vectors Biggie, file, maintain 3,000, expect 220, departure with Q's about 7113, American 5236. And 38 Sierra, you can turn left heading 260. The airport's at your 12 o'clock, about 8 miles reported inside.
Jeez, we're a little close.
Left 260, I'll report site 2.30. And American 5236, read back is correct. Push and start to be at your discretion. Let me know your runway preference. The winds are 32023, gust 30, and you can call for taxi. All right, put you in discretion. We'll do 3-4 at the American 5236. Roger, you can expect that. Thanks. Departure American 2932, 2200, 5,000, schools 2 departure. At Delta 1580, direct Robbinsville and Amber, resume on navigation.
He said 1580. Is there a 1580 or do you mean 1500?
Delta 1500, direct Robbinsville and Amber, resume on navigation.
Direct Robbinsville for Delta 1500 Heavy.
Fluid 2902, near departure radar contact. You can turn left at 060, climb, maintain 8,000. Left heading 060 degrees, climb to 10,000, jet bridge 2902. And 380, you got the airport in sight? Airport not in sight yet, and the sun mile is pretty good right now. Report in sight when I get a little closer. What did it here? All right, 38 here, you get to sun maintain 1,200. Sun maintain 1,200, 438 here.
We'll be out of their airspace here in a minute.
Here, this is Sun Country 82, about you from last one. Alright, Sun Country, zero, correct. Gale 1 able, resume with navigation, climb, maintain 17,000.
Okay, Gale 17,082.
Delta 1500, you're leaving my airspace to the southwest. New York Center is offline. Radar services terminated. Frequency change. Advise for a good flight.
Thanks very much. We'll be over to Unicom, Delta 1500 Heavy. Good night.
See ya.
Bye. I love you. Nice. Now it's just us. Okay, cool. I was just cleaning up some of the exterior lights. We're above 10,000 feet, so I'll turn off the no electronics sign. Wing light, logo light, those can come off. We're climbing 10,000 to 380 is our climb. Getting the cockpit prepped for cruise. As we climb out of New York City, which is behind us, unfortunately. When you fly westward from JFK, you can get a really nice view of New York City if the winds are coming from the north. Ladies and gentlemen, as we climb through 10,000 feet to our cruise of 38,000 feet, I'm going to spend 30 seconds to a minute getting some water. So I'll be right back. What a nice view that we have coming out of New York. Let's check a couple things. Delete that. Get rid of you. What happened to our flight? Did I not load it? Weird. So here's our flight. Let's hide you. I kind of want to turn you off for a moment. Let's check the weather on the route down to Atlanta. We'll have some turbulence in the northeast here, climbing out to 38,000 feet, but once we get up to 38,000 feet, no turbulence, which is great. Let's check the jet stream. Wow, no jet stream, but we still do have high winds, headwinds, coming out of the northwest. Any icing? No icing. Great. We check turbulence. Is there any precipitation anywhere? No. Beautiful. We have such a clear flight down to Atlanta. So our next city of interest is going to be Philadelphia. And because it's clear skies, we can actually maybe see Philadelphia. I have been to Philadelphia. It's a cool town, really cool town. So pretty much we are, let's get some little situational awareness going on here. Let's zoom out pretty far. Let's turn you guys off for a minute. United States here. We're going from JFK to Atlanta, which is down here in Georgia. which is down in Georgia. We're going to fly over Philadelphia and then Washington, D.C., which will be off the left side of the aircraft. And then a whole bunch of nothing. Virginia, North Carolina. And then we get into North Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, down into Atlanta. So it's going to be a nice, smooth flight. Very nice, smooth flight. River underneath us is, well, if my Navigraph on my iPad would work. It's a Delaware River. This is the Delaware River. Nice view. And that feeds right down into the Atlantic. Oh, if we zoom in far enough, I know some flight simulators are going to be like, you have labels on other aircraft? Yeah, I have labels on aircraft. I don't trust noobs. I don't trust people. People on the network sometimes can do some pretty crazy stuff. So I like to be able to really see other airplanes. I don't always trust Navigraph, you know. Climbing through 18,000 feet. "12 minutes into the flight, I'll go ahead and turn the fasten seatbelt signs off. People can roam around. Recirculating fans off. My bad. So the cabin, whoa, the flight deck's 25 degrees Celsius. That's crazy. The rest of the cabin is 22. Turn that down. Be cool getting through these clouds. Let's take a very nice look outside. Look at this dark cloud we're about to go through. Or just going underneath it. But let's just take a moment to really admire the 777. Those GE90s screaming out of New York City. Pretty nice climb. I think it's crazy in this model of the 777 you have window shades that actually do work. This is just crazy. I'll show you guys my favorite Easter egg in this airplane in a moment. When the time comes. You know what? That's what our problem is. I'm like, we were climbing like not at all. The thrust. My bad. We've been on manual thrust for like the past 10 minutes. My bad. I was like, why are we not climbing? We should be above these clouds by now. Once we get up to cruise, a thing that will be a recurring theme on my channel is beverage and tea breaks. Just want to make sure OBS is going, YouTube's going. Bounce getting through this cloud. And not this cloud, but the next cloud will take a left. We're just now leaving Philadelphia to the west. We're leaving Philadelphia to the west. And now we're going to start tracking down south a little bit through Virginia. I don't have much to say about Virginia. Very cool. Oh, see, I was right. At this cloud, we'll take a left turn. I wasn't lying. That's how aviation actually works. It's all cloud-based, literally. When people are like, "Oh, aviation's in the cloud," they literally mean you just like, you know, that cloud. We'll take a right. Goodbye, Philadelphia. Let's check in the flight deck. Make sure that everything's good. Oh yeah, we got a cabin call.
Captain here.
Sir, should I bring you some coffee?
Should I just hang up on her? No.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Got you.
"20 minutes into the flight." So in this flight model, the engines, hydraulics, oil, all that are variables that you have to monitor. So you can lose oil pressure in an engine in this aircraft, especially as they age more. I think the error rate is like on average 100 hours, so they're very rare, but failures can happen on this aircraft, and that at that point you do have to do maintenance on the aircraft on the ground. So as we're climbing, let's check out Navigraph. So we're going to go over Washington, D.C. next on the left side of the airplane. And I don't fly into D.C. much just because I fly the heavy aircraft and you can't land heavy aircraft at D.C. I think the biggest aircraft they take is the 757 and the A321. Yeah, but I think it's a cool airport. It's right on the river. It's pretty fun. But this next green circle is for approach. It's not center, so we won't talk to them at all. The center airspace, so you can see Washington, is bordered here, which covers a lot of airspace. A lot of airspace. So in this circle here, unless people are below a certain altitude, they're not talking to that frequency. We won't be at cruise too long. I think towards Flask here when we enter Atlanta airspace, which hopefully will come online sooner than later. But this is our arrival here in green. So we come through Georgia, Tennessee. Well, we probably won't hit Tennessee, but we'll hit North Carolina, down through Georgia, and then we'll get here into Atlanta. And let's take a look at Atlanta. Well, it's not too busy. That guy's flight plan's old. Not too busy, but tower's online, which is a good sign, and hopefully more ATC will come online. It's only 4:17, so on a Sunday, I'm hoping, you know, as the day gets on, the evening starts to approach, I think more people will be getting online. So we might have ATC service getting into Atlanta. At least that's what I'm hoping. Atlanta is usually pretty popular for controllers on VATSIM. Let's check the weather in Atlanta. Ooh, winds 330. The same weather in New York, except it's 36. Just light winds, I'd say. Wind 330 out of the north, 16 knots. Gusting 23 knots. That's, you know. And we come in on the 2.6s, so it'll be quartering. It'll be off our right-hand side, a quartering wind with wind, maybe wind shear. It doesn't mention anything about wind shear, which is good. So yeah, not too bad. I'm sure in the next hour it might change, but who knows. We are almost at 38,000 feet. 1,000 feet to go. So once we hit 36,000 feet, we'll do a cockpit check, just a final cockpit check. And then we'll have a lavatory break. A few minutes for a lavatory / tea break. Alright, there we are at 38,000 feet. Let's get on the left side of the airplane here. And we should see We should see DC in a little bit. Before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to all take a lavatory break. So, please refresh yourselves, grab a beverage. I will be back momentarily in just a couple minutes. So, stay tuned and get a beverage, go to the bathroom, and tune back in. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. Gotta flush the toilet. So, let's get back in the flight deck here. Had a nice little break for a moment. We are almost there. We are almost there. Still no ATC. We still have time though. We've only been in the air half an hour. What the fuck? Wow. There you go. The tissues work. I'm glad I didn't just crash the fucking flight. That would have been awful. DC. That is DC below us. I think maybe the airport is down there. Oh, I was off. Down there. This is where, unfortunately, that airplane last year that crashed into the National Guard helicopter, that occurred right here for that runway. So they crashed into each other, very low altitude, just above the water, into the water. Very unfortunate. Very what an oversight that the FAA made. I mean, controllers don't have control over that, of course. Oh, I was going to do one thing on OBS. I want to turn myself way down. I'm thinking like there. I don't really want to be in the yellow. And I cannot have my speakers as loud for me, which is unfortunate. I guess I need a headset to get the sounds from the cockpit, but I notice it's echoing, so that's going to be a problem. And for some reason I'm only streaming at 720p, so I don't know what's up with that. So, learning some things. That's why this is a test stream. Learning some things, some fine-tuning. And we'll get there. We'll get there. Tomorrow will be different. Tomorrow will always be different. Can I use Flight Radar 24 on the web? Nice. So, real world Atlanta. Yep, westbound. And pretty busy. But they're getting flights out. Delta 75. Where's Delta 75 going? Amsterdam to Atlanta. They just got in. Very cool. Oh, and they landed on 27 left. We're going to be coming in 27 right, just like this Delta 413 from Dallas. That's cool. It's a really short flight for me to get down to Hartsfield-Jackson. Going to the Delta Flight Museum would be a fun, like, day trip if it wasn't so expensive, you know. Houston to Atlanta. Challenge accepted. What airline is this? Oh, Challenge Airlines. Duh. Very clear. We'll get in before sunset. I think we have maybe just about an hour. And then once we get on the ground, we'll take a short break. And then maybe start another flight. Maybe test the turnaround service of this flight model. We can keep all of our catering, we can keep all of our fuel, that kind of thing. So maybe stay on the East Coast for sure. Stay close to Atlanta, because as time goes on, I would like on this channel to do a weekly flight somewhere to discuss the geography, the culture, the food of main capital cities around the world. And I'm thinking Reykjavik might be first on the list. I'm also thinking about Athens. Athens is a very popular airport. I do not know why. Delta has, I think, for spring, like starting in late February, Atlanta to Athens again. Cape Town. Those are seasonal destinations, but we might do Atlanta to Athens on like a Friday stream every week. Might be kind of fun. I am trying to check in on YouTube here and there. Make sure it's still popping. Yeah. Excellent connection. You like to see it. Notable landmarks, but we are getting into the Appalachian mountain range. You can see here these long bands formed thousands and thousands of years ago, hundreds of thousands of years ago, I should say. Geologically, they're very interesting because they are just like this long scar of mountain ridges, just one after another. Imagine having to cross that. People did, but how long did that take, How many black bears ate children on the way, You're out there for 3 months crossing these hills. But it is a very interesting ecosystem. It's very cool. Technically, like it's a forest. Like high up in the elevation where you have all of these pockets in the mountains that are almost subtropical based on the plants, and it is seasonal, but the types of animals that live in these isolated pockets, because they don't go below a certain elevation, but they're everywhere. A lot of creeks and stuff that, huge salamander capital, I guess. I saw on YouTube some guy was snorkeling somewhere close to where I live, and he's in like full wetsuit and snorkeling, and taking footage of this rare fish and like salamanders and stuff. And it's cool. Like you wouldn't expect that in Virginia, right? Tennessee, and Georgia, but it exists, and it's pretty cool. So our next waypoint, Montebello. Montebello. The next city that we'll fly over that's going to be notable, still in Virginia, Roanoke. We'll fly directly over Roanoke, and it's clear. Let's be on the right side so we can see these mountains, how they just, I don't know how to explain it other than just like this long scar of mountain ridges that are all parallel with each other, and you have these valleys in between. Pretty neat. This is a good view right here. I like this. Not a bad headwind either. 35 knots. I'll take it. This past I guess this past week I was flying in Sem, and Midwest got hammered with like high winds and really cold temperatures. It's pretty nuts. Just a couple days ago I practiced this flight. A couple days ago I practiced this flight, and had to de-ice. You have to de-ice this aircraft, otherwise like it does affect the performance of the aircraft. I've not tested it, but I watched a couple YouTube videos. You do have to de-ice, which is just nuts, and it takes forever. It's real time, like legitimately it's watching snow melt. It's nuts. So this is what we do in cruise. We just talk about stuff, and then obviously when people tune in, we talk more about things. There'll be more flow in conversation rather than ranting like I have a podcast. Let me tell you liberals something. And we're just now over Montebello, on our way to Flask, the waypoint Flask, which is still in Virginia, but that starts our arrival into Atlanta, Hartsfield, Jackson. So if we look here, this is our arrival chart. So Flask, so this is not the scale. This here, you can see Aussie is represented here on the map. So this part is really like through here and goes like way up this way, right? So Flask, and then we have all these waypoints. We have headings, and we have speed and altitude restrictions. So we're landing west. We're going westbound this afternoon. It explicitly says here landing east 14,000 on the dot. Landing west, we have to be at 250 knots and we have to be at 12,000 feet. So that's how that works. And then there will usually be a speed limit, but as you can see, as we move down the approach, we'll cross Aussie, we'll hit Harry, Calla, Posey, Geary, and then Boykin, above 5,000. Cool. Ah, still no ATC. Come on. I'm hoping it happens for us, but it's not looking good. We are just chasing that sunset. Let's see. There's no traffic ahead of us except the helicopter flying around. Well, let's look together. This guy. He's flying. I think it's an Airbus S50. I don't know my helicopters at all. Departing and arriving the same airport. Okay, cool. But there's no traffic ahead of us, and there's no one on the arrival in front of us. So we pretty much are going to get a straight shot into Atlanta, and we're going to go fast. We're going to go faster than I think we should, because I'm going to beat this time. So that's what we're going to do. Posey, and then we hit Zello, Haynes. Where's this guy coming from? TNCM, that is St. Martin. And he's coming into Atlanta, and he's on also a 777. Under Delta, Delta 798. I wonder if that's a real flight. No, not flight factor. Muscle memory. Flight aware. God. Started typing in flight factor. What was I looking for? Delta 798. Come on, internet. JFK to Phoenix. Unless I got that in wrong. Hold on. I could have totally got that in wrong. 798. 7. He sits on a throne of lies. He lied to me. Some people do it to the button, which is fun. I think on my stream will always just be 1500. Keep it consistent, and it's easier for me to remember, and it's kind of rare, so no one's going to take it. Sometimes I fly under either 420 or 69. Doesn't matter what airline. Delta, American, Singapore, Qantas, whatever. I'm always either 69 or 420. But sometimes it's taken, because some people also find humor in that. So this is let's take a really quick tour, because we're, how much time do we have here? Look at the old map. Ah, we got a minute. So let's take a look at this totally full flight. Hold on. Nope. And it does the thing. The air pressure thing. So here's a bar. Kind of cool. You have like drinks and stuff, snacks. So now we have first class. We have first class cabin. Let's sit in the seat here. So you got 3 windows to yourself. You have a lamp. This is probably a lay flat. You got a huge display, and it's like a little cubby. You're like, you have this barrier between you and the peasants. And this door closes so you can sleep and be not disturbed, because there's actually a little light that says do not disturb, so the flight crew won't wake you up for snacks. Whatever. Oh, are those laid flat? Anyway, then we have business. I customized this cabin, so this is business. The whole section. Another bathroom. See? Ooh, this one's a little different. No, it's not. And then economy. But it's 3 people, 4 people, 3 people. Like that's a crazy amount of people. And you could do the whole airplane like that and fit in like hundreds of people. With these displays here. Very nice. Watch movies. Check out that wing view and that clear sky. Look at that 777 wing right there. That's a cool shot. Let's check where we are on the map. Might be on the departure. Nope, we're just about to start our arrival. Wow, our arrival into Atlanta. But our first altitude restriction's Aussie, so it's way down here. So we probably won't descend until I don't know. Whenever I'm ready, I guess. It's really hard to see the state lines through here. I think that's it. No. It's so hard for me to tell where Tennessee, North Carolina, and Virginia are. Here. So we're still in Virginia. We'll be, maybe in Tennessee. Or North Carolina. And at some point we're in Georgia. I don't know my geography that well in Georgia. Let's see. Columbus. Macon. I've heard of Macon. Augusta. I've heard of Augusta. I know Greenville and Spartanburg are part of South Carolina. State lines are not made for this map, so. Oh, weird. There's an actual altitude restriction right here. So this indicates flight level. You have to be between, something's going on between flight level 18,000 and 23,000 feet. Something. I'm sure real world charts would say. But so is this guy following that rule or part of it or something? No. Ooh, a little flutter in the flapper on. Air Canada flight. Little bounce in the wing. Let's go look outside. There's that the mountain range. Kind of a cool view. I think it's going to be really fun to do a really long flight in this. I've only been making like short hops, like, you know, relatively short hops for this aircraft, right? Like, I'll either stick to the East Coast or the West Coast, depends on how I feel. Oh, another part of this channel, we actually have to fly to the places we're flying. Like, we leave the aircraft where we are and we pick it back up where we are. Kind of a little realism to it, for me at least. I do it for me. We'll do that a bit. We'll, you know, when we go from Atlanta to Athens, the next flight, you know, is either back home to home base of Atlanta or somewhere from Athens. You know, maybe make a jump, do follow a real world flight, or make up our own destination for, you know, shorter haul flights during the week. So if like I did a Monday or and a Friday kind of thing, Monday would be like a short haul kind of flight, you know, kind of like JFK to Atlanta, just a few hours. But then do a long stream on Fridays, maybe, to do, you know, a long haul flight. Because why not on Friday nights? It's almost 5 o'clock. I'm pretty disappointed that ATC has not come online, which is a bummer. How far away are we from top of descent? At 120 miles. And the Boeing, oh, it does give you times. Cool. What do I want to look for? I want to know Wilson. Wilson 2211. 2211. Okay, so we got a little bit of time. Another break, perhaps. Another break. Let's do a quick glance over. Engines look good. Let's check out fuel. 22,000 pounds left. Those are relatively well balanced. And the fuel temperature is above the minimum fuel temperature at, below 37 degrees Celsius. That's when the fuel can start to crystallize. Jet fuel will start to freeze into like a slushy kind of material, and it's not good. So, you're gonna have a bad time. So yeah, that's actually something on this flight model you have to monitor. I don't know if it's legit simulated, but I have gotten a warning in this aircraft before that reads minimum fuel temperature. Flying really high, mind you, like 41,000 feet, right? And like polar vortex kind of thing. Cool. Cool. Look up some fun facts really quick about Atlanta, and I know there's like I could speak endlessly on the civil rights era in the South, like specifically Georgia, but I'm not really gonna, like, that's a whole topic, right? And how do you talk about that in like 5 to 10 minutes succinctly that makes sense? Like, that would be, hard for me to like put that into a couple paragraphs. Atlanta. They have, oh yeah, the Georgia Aquarium's there. I know that. They have a Centennial Olympic Park and Mercedes-Benz Stadium. They have like a few notable buildings. It's in northern Georgia, I'd say. Central north central. Founded 1837. 1837. $189 years ago. That's a very long time. They have a city council. It is the state capital. For us, this is relevant information. It's at 1,000 feet, so pretty much sea level. The estimate in 24 was 520,000 people in the state capital. That's what it says. Oh wait, what is it? Okay, so that's for the state capital, but here it says urban, 5.1 million. Yeah, that makes way more sense. I was like, hold on, 520,000 doesn't sound right. Helps if you read. 5.1 million in the whole, like, surrounding. Oh no, the metro area is 6.4. Holy shit. Oh, they have a bajillion zip codes. Also makes sense. Yeah, the first, like, stuff it gets into on Wikipedia is like railroads, and then boom, American Civil War, boom, Revolutionary War, boom, Civil Rights Movement. Oh, don't worry, it has a blurb about the Native Americans. a blurb. That's good. That's nice. Sorry, I get anxious around top of descent because missing top of descent sucks, especially if there's ATC on the line. If there's ATC and you miss top of descent, then you have to call in or they tell you. It's embarrassing. Very subtle little bumps there. It's clear off this side of the aircraft. But the flapper on there is moving a little bit, making those small little corrections to dampen the turbulence and that bounce in the wing. Friends, I'm going to spend 30 seconds to get some more water. So, as my father would say, entertain yourselves. Back in my seat. I wanted to look up the climate of Atlanta that's applicable to us in aviation. Don't get me wrong, all these other, the Olympics and all that is interesting to me. Civil rights era, Civil War, but I'm a little more interested. We only have time for a little bit of fun facting. Climate. Under the Köppen classification, Atlanta has a humid subtropical climate with generous precipitation year-round, typically for the upland south. The city is situated in USDA Plant Hardiness Zone 8A, with the northern and western suburbs as well as part of Midtown transitioning to 7B. Summers are hot and humid, with temperatures somewhat moderated by the city's elevation. They're at 1,000 feet. Winters are overall mild but variable, occasionally susceptible to snowstorms, even in small quantities on several occasions, unlike the central and southern portions of the state. Warm air from the Gulf of Mexico can bring spring-like highs, while strong Arctic air masses can push lows into the teens. July averages 81 degrees, 27 degrees Celsius. They can spike to 100 or 38. January is 44 or 7. there you go. That's what I wanted to know about Atlanta, Georgia. Other than aviation, when I get excited about it being really windy or stormy. If it's windy or stormy, I get excited. I want to fly there. We're going there. What am I doing? Weather. 15 minutes ago, we have winds 310, 15 knots, gusting 23. 10-mile visibility, few clouds of 20,000, scattered 25,000. The temperature is 2 degrees Celsius, minus 14 degrees Celsius. The altimeter is 3021. Nice. So the winds are going to be a little challenging for me, I'm not going to lie, because I don't have a lot of experience flying a 777. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty good, right? But I've not flown a 777, so I don't know if I'm going to, like, slam it into the ground, float it, have to go around because of the wind. I don't really know how to fly it, so we're gonna see. That's why this is a test stream. Let's take a look outside the aircraft one more time before we start having to do some work in the cockpit here. It's a little mountainous over here, this way. Look at those clouds back there. Look at those clouds start, like, with the mountains peeking through. That's pretty cool. Look at those mountains. Very nice. Man, we've just been chasing the sun. I feel like it's not moved at all. We're like just headed straight for it. Alright. We are pretty close to top of descent. So,
What can I do for you?
Feel free to make an announcement now.
Of course, sir.
okay, sweet. Get back over to Unicom. Cabin is going to be secure. Let's go ahead and turn the fasten seatbelt signs on. People know to sit down right now. We're landing west. What is Aussie? Is it 14,000? West. No, 12,000. That makes more sense. 12,000. I know. That's what we're doing right now. 12,000. So our descent, let's talk about that really quick. We're coming in from the northeast, going south. We're expected landing west, 250 knots, 12,000 feet at Aussie on the button. Then we can follow our descent through the SID here, landing westbound. There's the airport right there. and we'll hold off. Looks like we should be established at 5,000 feet at Zello, which is the first waypoint, I think, for the approach to, what did we get? 26 right. ILS 26 right. Yeah. So let's look at the chart real quick for, yeah, Zello and Haynes. Bamboo, AJ. AJ is 2,700 feet. I know that. So we've already started our descent. Oh, you can hear the engines pull back on the air. Cala, 9,000 feet is the next altitude. Oops. Let's look at our performance. It is windy. I don't think we want to descend that quickly. My guy. Shallow way out. Oh, I have better posture. I'm gonna feel more comfortable if we just keep 280 on the speed. So we have speed green, we have LNAV green, and we have vertical speed of let's see if 1500 does it. No, let's see if 2000 does it. No, let's see if 2500 does it. We need some speed brake maybe. God, really? 3,000. There we go. 3,000 feet. Much better. So this line represents, based on our glide, or on our descent, this is our expected altitude when we will get to our assigned altitude of 12,000 feet. So that's the expectation. That's what the aircraft thinks. So that is before Aussie. So we'll have plenty of time for Aussie to hit 250 knots and 12,000 feet, which we should dial you back.
MCP speed selector.
259. We'll need a little speed brake. Coming in a little hot on the speed. Shallow you out. Okay. Looking good. Looking good. Let's check. There's no center. There is no approach. There is no tower. Womp womp. What is tower for 26 right? 119.1. 119.1. Okay, we have you set, so that's the frequency of tower. So we'll start, when we get closer to the airport, we'll start announcing on the radios what we're doing, you know, who we are, where we are, what we're doing. It's a good way to remember it. Who we are, where we are, what we're doing. So we'll tell people that we're Delta 1500 heavy and Our intentions are to take ILS 26 right. Is what we're set up for. 26 right. It's a 9,000 foot runway. Our gross weight is well below our maximum landing weight by like 80,000 pounds. It is windy. The weather was a little sketchy to me. I'm skeptical about doing a 30-degree flaps descent. Because with those gusts, it's a lot more surface area for the wind to catch the wing, the flap. So I feel like coming in faster is the better option. So maybe 20 degrees is what we're gonna do. I haven't done this, so I'd rather be a little fast than like way too slow if it's gusty. At least that's my gut feeling. Because if you have speed, it's gusty. It just seems safer. I don't know. We're gonna do auto brake 1. I kind of want a manual brake a little bit. We told the cabin that they have to get seated. Let's talk about, we've talked about the approach. Let's talk about what we're doing on the ground. This is 26 right, 9,000 feet, plenty of space. We're gonna take Bravo 3, Bravo 2, Echo 1, Foxtrot 2 down here. So let's actually draw it out. I have gates that I always go to. I never deviate. Nope. Okay. That's where we're going. So that's our expected taxi route to get to the gate. Very short taxi. That's why this. Oops. Sorry. That's why gate terminal alpha is why I chose this, because usually you go westbound, it's good for takeoff and landing. I don't know. I chose it, and you can fit heavies in the gates. What is the gate? We should have that on hand. Alpha 17. So we are going to be looking for Alpha 17. Blammo. Alright, let's check weather one more time. Hasn't changed. Let's get some situational awareness here. Uh, 18,000 feet. Where's the altimeter? Just looked at this. I just looked at this. 3021. Altimeter 3021. We'll hit Aussie. Let's pull in our brakes and make it much quieter. We'll shallow you out. About 1500. We'll hit 250 knots. Nice. So we've done our arrival checklist. We've done our approach checklist, and we've done our ground operation checklist. And still no ATC for us, which is unfortunate. It's been a pretty smooth flight so far. I say that right before landing, right? Right before it, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. That's why we have maps and charts. The most amount of thrust by the, wait, how do I say it? It's the GE90, these massive boys produce like an insane amount of thrust, and it's hard to imagine like just how complicated they are. That airport is, or that lake. It's a huge lake, or a river maybe? I don't know. I gotta pay attention though. What did I say? Let's just go down to 5,000 by Zello. Speed brakes are in. Arms. Down to 5,000. Still, we're gonna come in a little hot. Let's tell. I always do this wrong.
What can I do for you?
Please feel free to make an announcement now.
Affirmative.
Okay, and we're close enough to tower to get, or the airport to get on tower's frequency. Okay, Aussie. Down we go to 5,000. Hey, if I boff it, at least it's pretty. At least the weather's nice. Alright, there we go. We will set an approach speed. We don't have to come in so fast. We're going to use a little speed brake. Oops. Yeah, a little speed brake's not bad.
Atlanta traffic, Frontier Flight 107, 5 mile final runway 26 right.
Yeah, so I have to fix that echo, and I just need to hear. I do need a headset. So I just need to hear. I need to hear everything through a headset is what I think. The sim volume and ATC, because I can't have that through a speaker because it's giving that echo. Okay, figured that one out. We figured that one out. little situational awareness. We're on our arrival, and we are ready to land. Wind is still the same. It's not updated. We should be on this side of the aircraft because I think you can see downtown Atlanta from here. Oops. I swear. Okay, we'll get by Storm Mountain. I do know that. It's this random hill on the approach.
Atlanta traffic, Frontier Flight 107 short, final runway 26 right.
It's like right by the airport, and you can kind of see it downtown, like near downtown, I guess. Oh, there it is. So that's Storm Mountain. Ooh, Atlanta's busy. That makes me nervous. When Atlanta is busy and it's not, it's uncontrolled. Bad things can happen. X-Plane's lighting is just top notch. Look at that hue. Okay, there's an aircraft kind of close to us, and I don't know what they're doing. They're going the same direction we are. Great. That's great. Flaps 1. Atlanta traffic, Delta 1500 heavy on a right base, runway 26 right. He's 2,000 feet above us, but it says he's descending, and he's within 5 miles of us.
Atlanta traffic, Delta 431, also on the right, base for 26 right.
What's your speed?
286 right now. 286, 287.
We'll slow down. Delta 1500 heavy. We're gonna do it.
Atlanta traffic, Delta, or Frontier Flight 107 across your runway 26 left at Charlie, clear of runway 26 right.
We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen. We're not gonna go around. We're not going around.
Birmingham traffic, Leader Jet 6969 Tango, returning onto the
6969. See?
Birmingham.
He's funny too. Okay, speed brakes.
Atlanta traffic, Frontier Flight 107 clear of runway 26 left, taxi to the gate via Fox, or via Echo.
Ooh, okay, flaps 5. We gotta slow down. We can do this. He's 5 miles ahead of us. We're fine.
Atlanta traffic, Delta 431 turning on final, runway 26 right, Atlanta.
We're fine. It's fine. It's so loud.
Delta 1500, this is Delta 431, I'm dropping below 250 now with the ground speed.
Yeah, take your time. I think we can make it happen. Delta 1500 heavy.
Raj.
Who's Raj? TCAS is not liking it though. I want to go below 180 right now. We're gonna have to. 160. We gotta slow down. Flaps 15. Okay, landing lights on. Oh, we're turning for final already. Wind and a sketchy arrival. Cool. It's not too bad of wind though. stress this guy out, so I'm just gonna. I'm not gonna make any calls. I'm no longer concerned. That beautiful Delta livery. My goodness. Why did they retire the 777? Why?
Atlanta traffic, Delta 431, establish on ILS 26 right Atlanta.
I swear, like the city of Atlanta is like the downtown area is like up here somewhere.
Delta 1500, I'll just go all the way at the end of the runway so that we can try and keep the spacing in case anything happens.
Yeah, sure, no worries. We're a little concerned about the challenge of the wind and being heavy, new to the aircraft, so we'll let you know. Delta 1500.
Is that for the winds down there in Atlanta?
I think I see 310, 15 knots, gusting 23.
Alright, let me know how it is. We're also heavy. We're flying the 350. What about you?
777.
Gotcha, it should be similar. Yeah, just let me know how those winds are.
Okay, so we have our localizer. We're slowing. He's over AJ. Is he off to our right? Our left? I don't see him. We have the glide slope, so that means going down on a specific attitude, specific speed. And this weather for Atlanta is nice. The sun's also going to be a challenge. What's our approach speed? 138. So 138. 48. Gear down. Flaps 20. And flaps 20. Okay. Hold my beer. Okay. Park brake off. Spoilers armed. Flaps 20. I'm going to take the throttle. I'm going to take the throttle. Close you out. Okay, my throttle. I really want to crank up the sound so bad right now. So let's orient ourselves here a little bit. The wind, like I said, would be quartering crosswind almost at this point. Okay, watch that speed. We make a 5 mile final call. See? See if that wing's flexing though. Oh, see? I knew the city was off to the right. It's over here. Ah, see.
Atlanta traffic, Delta 211 heavies on the left base, ILS 27 left, Atlanta.
He's not.
Atlanta traffic, Delta 431 is clear, runway 26 right, Atlanta.
Delta 1500 heavy is 5 mile final, 26 right. Okay, my aircraft. Shut up. Okay, and flying down. Let's go. Yep, that wind is kicking in. Feel it. Just follow the lines. Just follow the lines. Right. Right. There we go. Just right. Really did go all the way to the end. Whoa. Sorry.
Traffic Delta 431 will be taxiing to gate B, Bravo 2, crossing 26 left at Bravo 2, and then taking 5 shots at the ramp. Land traffic.
Ooh, watch that glide. I know it still says we're so far to the left, but whoa, watch that speed. Whoa, that made me uncomfortable. We still got it, we still got it. That was a wind gust, or that's why you gotta keep your speed high. Whoa, we still got it. Nope.
500.
Okay, we're a little high, we're a little high.
400.
We got it, we got it. Unfortunately, I cannot replay in this, so it's just gotta
300.
feel good. I don't know why replays are broken, but
200.
oh, come on. Oh, come on.
100.
Oh boy.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Atlanta traffic Delta 211 heavy, starting final for the ILS 27 left, Atlanta.
Come on. Plant it. Oh, that was a floater. That center line, that center line, reversers.
Three 1,000 feet remaining. Two 1,000 feet
All right,
remaining.
Manual braking, 60 knots. Reverser stowed. Come on. Go up. Flaps can come up. Auto brakes can come off. We are vacating to the left. Offset speed. Not that slow. Oh, what happened to that guy? I thought he was right behind us.
Approaching 8 left.
Atlanta traffic, Delta 1500 heavy, clear of runway 26 right. Okay, landing lights, taxi runway lights, strobe lights, APU, APU. We cross here at hotel, I think. this hotel? I'm gonna assume this is hotel. So not bad, not bad. That was definitely a long landing, and I definitely chanced it. Thank you.
Approaching 8, right.
Oh, let's stop our timer. 1 hour 47 minutes. One hour 47 minutes. JFK to Atlanta, Hartsfield, Jackson. Welcome. And it's just sunset. We're going down here. Pretty good flight. Pretty good flight. I guess that guy logged off. He said he was... Oh, maybe it's at Delta? I don't know. A-17 is just up here to the right. It's one of the very few gates over here that the 777 can kind of fit in. Go ahead and turn off the taxi lights so we don't blind the ground crew.
And Atlanta traffic, Delta 211 heavy, 7 mile final, ILS 27 left, Atlanta.
Winds were definitely gusty.
Alright, thank you. We'll keep that in mind for 211. Thank you.
Oh, that wasn't too bad. Oh, don't lose sight.
Yeah, one hell of a crosswind coming in here right now.
A little bit of shear, too.
Oh, watch out for that also. Thank you.
Everyone on my flight has spinal damage now. Oh, we are now at the gate. Engine 1, engine 2 off. Signs off. Beacon light off. Fuel pumps off. Center hydraulics off. Park brake on. Feet off the pedals. In cabin lighting. Good enough. Doors. Let's get the jetway attached. And we'll open the door.
We need that door open.
Of course, sir.
Back. What is it? Weight and balance. Loading page. Unload.
We are ready for the passengers to deplane.
Yes, sir. Detaining immediately, yes, sir.
And then, yeah, I think that's all we do. And it should start counting down. So for the next flight, it will be empty. And we start all over. Maybe it does. Maybe you have to
Sir, you need to establish communications with the crew by saying hello
yeah,
first.
my bad. It's 4 calls the first time you contact
This is the
ground.
captain. How do you hear?
Ground is ready.
Atlanta traffic, Delta 1089, taxi runway 27 right via Lima Lima Charlie.
Sit up for it, sir.
What? I don't like your tone. Okay, yeah, they are starting to deboard. Okay, let's take a look outside. Oops, sorry. Very quiet. Oh, there's a departure and an arrival. Oh, this is 211 that was behind us. He was just much further out than I recognized. He said that he was a 350, but that looks like a 777. Oh, that's him. So he's coming in on 27 left. I don't know if that was just really modeled poorly or if he just slammed it. I kind of feel like we gotta watch this sunset. Look at that. Right. What was our original time? 1 hour 42 minutes. Damn. 5 minutes late. 5 minutes late. So, that being said,
Atlanta traffic, Delta 211 heavies clear, runway 27 left at November 2.
oh, I was like, where's this guy going?
In Atlanta traffic, Delta 211 heavies crossing runway 27 right at Tango, taxiing to the ramp via Lima, Atlanta.
So, I think the first part of the flight is over. I think I'll keep the stream going and do another flight somewhere else after a bit of a break. Obviously, have a meal before the next flight, and I'll think about from Atlanta where we're going to go. I don't think I'm going to do a night flight, so I think I might alter the time and we fly during the day. I think that's just a little more enjoyable to see things in the daytime, the clouds and stuff, rather than it just being dark. City lights are cool, don't get me wrong, but we'll fly in the daytime. So that being said,
Atlanta traffic, Delta 9961 established, runway 26 right.
we're just gonna let this go for a little bit. I'm gonna make some dinner, and I will be back in a little bit after I get some food in me. Let's get a good view though of Atlanta. I also don't want to leave the aircraft too long because the park brake sometimes doesn't work. We'll just take a look at that. Let's hope this gets busier. I might do a part 2. Well, I don't know. yeah, I think we're going to mute ourselves here and take a bit of a break. Take a bit of a break, have some food, and then we'll do secondary flights from Atlanta to somewhere else on the East Coast, maybe up to Boston, do another northeastern trip, possibly Chicago. Chicago would be a good option. I'm trying to think. Boston would be okay. Detroit or Chicago. I'd be okay going to Houston, Miami. So kind of in that range. Another domestic kind of medium haul flight, but we'll pack in a lot of people this next flight. Take as much revenue as possible, right? As many passengers, fill up the plane, fill up the cargo, and we'll head to one of those cities, whichever is
Delta 9961 Atlanta Tower.
has the worst weather.
Go to 9961, go ahead. Delta 9961 Atlanta Tower, way 26 right, clear to land. 926 right, Delta 9961, thanks.
Who the hell are you?
1089 Atlanta Tower, you up?
Oh, Atlanta Tower just came on.
There's that 10
Cool.
We have
We're getting
Quebec on board,
ATC, so
taxi
we're gonna let this
via
go.
Lima.
I'm going to get myself some
1089, you
food.
can continue, it's alright, thank
Enjoy
you.
the ATC. And,
We'll continue
thanks for
taxiing
tuning
Delta 1089,
in.
thank you.
Those of you that tuned in, and we'll see you next time.
Delta 1089, on out to Slaw, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 27 right, RNF to Slaw, Delta 1089.
Atlanta Tower, good evening. Delta 3009 with you. Visual 26 right. Was that Delta 839? That was Delta 3009. Delta 3009, Atlanta Tower. I was going to say center, I don't know why. Runway 26 right, clear to land. 26 right, clear to land, Delta 3009. Delta 9961, heavy cross 26 left at Bravo 2, joining Echo to the ramp. Cross 26 left at Bravo 2, joining Echo to the ramp, Delta 9961. Atlanta Tower, good afternoon. It's Delta 839, breaking off 26 right, side 727 left. Delta 839, Atlanta Tower, runway 27 left, clear to land. Clear to land, 27 left, Delta 839. At the tower, let that 1089, do you go with departure? Oh, Delta 1089, yeah, contact departure. Quick departure, let the 1089, thank you. Delta 3009, vacated 26 right at Bravo 5 and any stands fine. Delta 3008, Carl 26 left to Bravo 5 and ramp, yeah, Echoes. is fine.
Cross 26 left at Bravo 5 and ramp via Echo, Delta 3009.
Delta 839, turn right on November 2.
Delta 839, cross 27 right at Tango, join Lima to the ramp.
Cross the Tango, join Lima to the ramp for Delta 839. Thanks for the assistance on the step over. Tower Delta 9961, do you mind if we get out of Lima to taxi on over to round 6?
Yeah, 981, just, yeah, leave it to the ramp, just monitor ground point, Niner.
Alright, we'll contact ground Delta 9961, thanks.
Atlanta Tower, Delta 1895, visual 26 right. Delta 1895, Atlanta Tower, runway 26 right, clear to land. 26 right, clear to land, Delta 1895. Delta 1895, welcome to Atlanta, cross 26 left at Bravo 2, Echo to the ramp.
26 left at Bravo 2 to cross and echo to the ramp, Delta 1895.
And Delta 1895, just monitor ground point 9er.
Monitor ground point 9, Delta 1895, good day.
Atlanta Tower, Delta 1031 ready for taxi. Information Quebec.
Delta who? What happened?
Delta 1031 ready for taxi. Information Quebec.
Delta 1031, ground is on line 121.9.
I just contact ground. I didn't hear anyone.
Delta 1091, runway 27 right, taxi via Lima, Lima Charlie.
I'm sorry, I was just switching frequencies. You were saying something.
Delta 1091, runway 27 right, taxi via Lima, Lima Charlie.
27 right, Lima Charlie, Delta 1031.
Delta 2050 on the visual, 26 right. Delta 2050, tower, runway 26 right, clear to land. 26 right, clear to land, Delta 2050. Atlanta Tower, Delta 3688 on the visual, 27 left, final approach just over depot.
Delta 3688, Atlanta Tower, runway 27 left, clear to land.
27 left, clear to land, 3688.
Pop this True 4, requesting PVC. I will get on that, 1 second. Thank you. Pop this True 4, what runways in use? We are west, 26 left and 27 right.
Delta 2050, we vacated off T6 right on Bravo 3.
Delta 2050, cross 26 left of Bravo 2, join Echo to the ramp.
Cross 26 left, join Echo to the ramp, Delta 2050.
Atlanta Tower, Delta 711, we have Romeo, we're holding short of Dixie at ramp 8, requesting taxi to 26 left. Delta 711 Heavy, Atlanta Tower, runway 26 left, taxi via Foxtrot Echo. Okay, Foxtrot Echo to 26 left for Delta 711 Heavy. Delta 1031, RNAV to football, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff. RNAV football, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff,
Delta 2050 holding before 26 left.
2050, you can cross 26 left to Bravo 2, Echo to the ramp.
Cross 26 left, Echo to the ramp, Delta 2050.
Atlanta Tower, Delta 2978, 4 north with Romeo for taxi. Delta 2978 at Atlanta Tower, runway 26 left, taxi via Foxtrot. 26 left via Foxtrot, Delta 2978. Delta 3688, hold short, 27 right at November 5.
Short 26 right at, or 27 right at November 5, 3688.